Hello friends, welcome to Bindu Dadwal Chemistry Lessons. Our topic for today is dual behavior of matter, de Broglie equation. Light and electromagnetic radiations have a dual nature, that is wave and particle nature. Inspired by this, Louis de Broglie, a French physicist in 1924, advanced a new idea by stating that all moving material particles, microscopic as well as macroscopic, have dual nature, that is wave and particle nature. However, the wave associated with matter is known as matter wave, with characteristics different from electromagnetic waves. He correlated the two characters in the form of an equation known as de Broglie equation after his name. So according to de Broglie equation, lambda is equal to h by mv. Here lambda denotes the wave nature of the moving material particle and mv or momentum represents its particle nature. Derivation of de Broglie equation. This equation has been derived initially for photons of light with the help of Planck's quantum theory and Einstein equation. According to Planck's theory, E is equal to h nu or hc by lambda. And according to Einstein equation, mass slowly changes to energy when light falls on it. And equation is E is equal to mc square. So comparing equation 1 and 2, left hand sides are equal, so right hand side become equal to each other. So hc by lambda from first equation is equal to mc square from second equation. So lambda is equal to hc by mc square is equal to h by mc. C cancels out. Here c is the velocity of light or of electromagnetic radiation. But in case of a moving particle, the velocity is v. So replacing it with the v instead of c, we write v. We get lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p, where p is the momentum and is equal to mv. H is the Planck's constant, which has a constant value. That means that the wavelength is inversely proportional to the momentum. Or otherwise, wavelength means wave nature, so wave nature is inversely proportional to particle nature. Thus we conclude that the wave and particle nature of moving material objects are inversely proportional to each other. We can also find out a relation between kinetic energy and de Broglie's wavelength. You know that kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. If we multiply both sides of equation with 2m, we get 2me is equal to half mv square into 2m. And this comes out to be m square v square. So 2me is equal to m square v square, or mv is equal to under root 2me. According to de Broglie wavelength, lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p or h by 2me raised to power 1 by 2. Limitations of de Broglie equation. De Broglie's relationship is true only for microscopic particles such as electron, proton, neutrons, atoms, ions, etc. It has no relevance for moving semi-micro and macro objects where particle character is very large and wave character is negligible. We can show this by example. For electron, if we put the values h by mev, where me is the mass of electron, we get the answer 7.27 into 10 to the power minus 9 meters, which is in the range of electromagnetic waves and can be measured. But for ball of say 100 grams, when you put the values, you get an answer 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 38 meters, which is very small and cannot be measured. Now, as de Broglie said that material particles very small have both wave and particle nature. We can show evidence also in favor of these behaviors. For example, evidence in favor of particle nature is in case an electron is made to strike a screen coated with zinc sulfide, a bright spot known as scintillation is produced at the point of impact, and only one scintillation point is noticed per electron. This shows that striking electron is localized like a particle and does not spread like a wave. And second evidence for particle nature is that both black body radiations and photoelectric effects support the particle nature of electrons. We have done this earlier also. Evidence in favor of wave nature. In 1927, G.P. Davison and Elliott Germer performed a diffraction experiment on electrons. in which a beam of electrons emitted from red hot tungsten filament was subjected to a strong electric field in order to accelerate the particles. And when they were accelerated, they were then made to strike a sample of nickel crystals when concentric dark rings, dark and bright rings called diffraction rings, were produced on the screen of photographic plate. These rings can be produced only if we consider the wave nature. Particle nature does not allow these rings to be formed. Similarly, Thomson also performed the same experiment, but he, instead of using nickel crystal, he used thin foil of gold. So these two are evidences that electron has wave nature. You can see the diagram for X-rays and electrons. Both show diffraction rings. X-rays are electromagnetic radiations, whereas electrons are material particles. All waves are not similar. Matter waves differ from electromagnetic waves. So let us see how they differ. So electromagnetic waves are associated with electric and magnetic fields which are mutually perpendicular to each other and also to the direction of propagation of radiation. But matter waves are not associated with electric and magnetic field. However, if matter waves are obtained from charged particles, then they are associated with electric and magnetic fields. These waves are emitted from a source. These waves are associated with a particle and are not emitted from a source. Electromagnetic waves travel with the same velocity. Matter waves travel with different velocities. Electromagnetic wave have velocities equal to velocity of light, 3 × 10⁸ meters per second, whereas matter waves have velocities less than the velocity of light. The wavelength of electromagnetic waves are much larger and are given by the relation lambda is equal to c by nu, where nu is the frequency. Matter waves have shorter wavelengths of such a wave is given by the wavelength of such a wave is given by de Broglie relation, lambda is equal to h by mv. The energies of electromagnetic waves are quantized. The energies of matter waves are not quantized. Electromagnetic waves have a wavelength which cover a full range of spectrum. Matter waves have very short range of wavelengths.